Now, as I said you should make sure that the image is inside the same project folder you are working with. Ensure the image is inside the same folder that you are working with. That is the only way to get it right. So if the image is inside the same folder, all you need to do is to do what? Then you come here, then you put your image tag and you make reference to the image. You put your image tag here and you actually make reference to it by saying image source, then the name of the image should be here. Then this particular one, what the alternate works for is this. The alternate here means that if the image is not actually showing on the web page, this should actually replace the image. That means there should be an icon with a word called my pics. Anything can be here. It can be my photo, it can be my pics. Let's say my photo. So if the image is not actually showing on the browser, then this should alternate. This should actually show in place of the image. But now let's take a look at the image from the browser. Now you see, this is the image now. This is the image that we actually inserted. This is the image. Now if the image is not showing, let's see what happens. Let me just remove something from here and let's see what happens. This word will be in place of that position of that image with an icon, which is this. You can see that. So the icon now and the word my photo is actually replacing the image because it's not showing. This could be caused maybe due to slow network, slow internet. And you will see that something is actually there but the picture is not showing. This is just to give you an insight that there is image there, but the image is not actually showing. So it will actually hold that space, seize that space down for you to be able to know there is one image missing there. That is what the alternate, and it is an attribute. This is an attribute, this is an attribute. Don't forget, this is an attribute and this is an attribute. This is one way of adding image. You can also add image using your input tag by saying input, then here you say image. You can use image by using this, but this is not common. This is commonly used. Let me just take this off. Now just stick to this. This is common everywhere. So now the alternate here means the alternative. That is alternative name that should be displayed in place of the image. Now back to the table. If you want to add image to the table, and before I go back to the table, if you put an image, you can actually resize the image. Like this now, you will see the image is a bit big. If I want to resize it, I can do that from the tag by coming here to add another attribute called the width equals to, then I can put the size of the image there. Let's say 100px. That means the image should be of this size. So let's see what happened to the image. You can see the image is now small compared to the way it was before. So you can use one of the attributes called width to resize image. Width to resize image. Any number can be here. This is the attribute name and this is the value for the attribute. Now we're going to apply this code, this tag now, into our table now. I want image to be inside this table now. All I need to do is to actually insert it. I will take away the word good here and I will put image there. To do that, all I need to do is come here. I will remove the word good and I will put the img tag. Then I will put the same image name, which is this. Then I will put a width there so that it will not be too big. Width for the image, let's say I'll put 50 there so that it will be small. 50 px. The px means pixel. That is the full meaning of px, pixel. And it is not only in px that you can actually assign value. You can use the em, you can use the px, you can use the percentage, and so on and so forth like that. But I usually use px. I'm used to px and percentage. That's what I use most. Px and percentage. So it's still the same. Now I will assign 50 px, that is the size of the image, to this attribute called width. And let's take a look at the browser and say, you can see now that I have image inside the table. I have image inside the table. I have a link inside the table. So meaning that it is not only a text that you can add to a table. That's what I'm trying to lay emphasis on. It is not only a text that can be added to a table. A link can be added to a table. An image can be added to a table. And I can likewise make this image to be a link inside that same table. It is possible. How do you do that? If I should click this now, it takes us to a new page. That is the new one that we created. This image now, I can also make it a link. How? I'll go back to my code and I'll do something like this. Here before the image tag, I'll put a link tag, which is this. This is the link tag. So I will make sure I now copy this to be inside the link tag. I'll copy the image tag. I will cut it, then I'll bring it inside the link tag. Then where should it take us to? I'll put, let me just put that same page, new.html. So this image now, if it is being clicked on, it will also take us to a new page, a new web page. Now this is it. If I should click on this now, you can see it takes us to another web page. Likewise this now, the same thing. So you can make a text inside a table to be a link, to be anything. That is called nested tags. It is called nested tags in programming, in HTML for to be precise. In HTML it is called nested tags. That means you can put a tag inside another tag and it will still work, so far you know the function of the tag you are using. So this is table. And don't forget, if you want to actually add more to this table, you can do that by adding more rows and table data. Table row, then table data inside the table row. Don't forget that. Let's go back to our code. Now this is what we have done. And again, I said we are going to actually look at something again called the attribute, which we have started, but I want to throw more light to attributes. But before I do that, let me give room for question. Before I do that, let me give room for questions. Okay, do you have question? If you have question based on what I've explained, please raise your hand. No question. That shows that it's clear. Okay, Timileyin, you have question. Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
All right, sir. Concerning the image, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
All right, sir. Concerning the image, you said we can use our width as our uh, attribute to reduce the image, right?
Yes.
All right. What of all these all these like drop down that do have image? How did they use with attributes to do the drop down too?
The drop down that has what?
Yes, that has all this image. You know, there are some sites that you enter and you see the drop down with images.
Okay,
If you click the drop down, you will see multiple image.
okay. If you click the drop
Yes,
down, then it shows you,
yeah,
is it drop down?
images. You know this drop down. If you want to pick something like okay, let me use an example of your WhatsApp that you
Yes.
want to click the sticker side of the embedded stickers of WhatsApp. You know, if you
Okay.
click it, if you click it, it will show you multiple of pictures and logos. I don't know. Is it the width attributes they use to shape all those stuff to that size?
I will say that thing that you call drop down
Yeah.
is, to me, is not drop down. But you can, if you say
Okay,
drop down,
sir.
you are still right. But when you say drop down in this, we are talking about something like, based on what we are doing now. If you say drop down, we are talking about the select tag, which drops down
Yeah.
some text. I've taught you the select tag. That is what we call drop down here. Now, that one is just
Okay.
like a link. You click on it, then it actually show what is actually attached to that particular tag.
Okay.
Now, those things that you see underneath, they have been sized to look as that particular size, to remain that size. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
If you're working with any image, the image can be of any size. You will be the one to control the size of, I mean, to make it a size, to make it the size you want.
Okay.
And that is one of the attributes. You can use your width. You can use your width to resize, to make it small, or even to increase it the more.
Okay,
Like
sir.
that one that you said now, then you click, then you drop something down where you can pick, just like the hamburger. There's something we call the hamburger,
Yes.
that is the nav icon, whereby you click on your phone. I'm talking about the three lines. You call it, I don't know what you guys call it, but we call it the nav icons, or we call it the hamburger sign, whereby you click, then it drops down a menu whereby you can select from. Don't worry, that one is JavaScript and so on. Let me stick back. Let me come
All
back
right,
to
sir.
HTML. So you can use your
Okay,
width.
sir.
You can use your width to control any image size, any size of image. Do you get that, Timileyin?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can use your width to control any image size. You can make it big, you can make it small.
All right.
Do you get? So that is it.
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
All right then. Who again? If you have question,
Yeah, I want to ask, hello, sir.
yes, please go ahead.
Now, when we did the TD, the TD, uh, they are the columns, right, inside the row.
Yes.
Now, the question I want to ask is this: is there a way we can make that row, each of the column, to be bigger in size? Is there any attribute that we can apply?
Is there a way to make what? The row
Each of the column,
to
each
be
of
big.
the column in this, yeah, in the row. We just have one row and we have like six column.
Yes.
So can we have an attribute to make it bigger, to
We just
extend
have
the
how many row? How
size?
many row did you say we have?
I think we no one row and six column. When we first created it, that's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay.
When
Go
we
ahead.
just first applied it.
Okay.
So can we make it in such a way that each of those column in a row will be bigger?
Yeah, it's possible, but majorly we use CSS to do that, to do the styling,
The
and even
size,
though,
right?
yes, yes, you can use CSS to do that, and you can even apply width the width now will
That's
expand.
what I'm saying. If there's a width,
You can
can
apply
you
width
just
to
apply
it.
it? Let me see, sir.
Yes,
Can we do that? Let me just see, sir.
it's possible. You can apply width, but if you want to get it perfect, well done, you need to use CSS to make it look better. But you can use width under HTML to do that. Frank, on your lab, have I answered your question?
Yeah, yes, sir. But I would have loved a situation where we apply the width now,
Okay,
and
let's see it
maybe one
together.
can
Let's see it
see it.
together. Just apply width to the table.
All right.
Width, let's say 100%. Let me say 100%.
I'm not seeing your screen, sir.
You're not seeing my screen.
Okay, yeah, it's there now. Now it's there now. It's there now. It's there now.
Have you seen it now?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the width now? Can you see it?
I can see it.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
The entire screen.
Okay.
Now, what I applied to is this. Let me show you. Take a look at it. On the table, there's one, apart from the border attribute, there's another attribute called width. I now
Okay.
make the width to be 100% of the screen. That means to run across the entire screen, to expand the table.
Okay. On the browser, how will it look like, sir?
This is it.
Oh,
Can you see that?
it's lagging here. It's lagging from my hand. I'm just seeing the code yet.
Okay, I'm not seeing my table
it's
too.
really long. No, I'm seeing the code, the VS code, where you apply the width. It
Okay.
hasn't. So maybe because of network or something. I don't know.
Ah.
Okay. Anyway, I've seen what you have done on the code.
Just apply
Definitely.
width. Apply width to the.
Yeah, I've seen it now. Yeah, I've seen it now.
You've seen it now, right?
Exactly.
All
Exactly.
right.
Yeah, this is what I'm actually asking for. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we apply it at the table tag,
Yes,
not
on
at
the table
the
tag.
PD, not at the
No,
data tag.
on the table tag. Let me
Okay.
show you again. Take a
Please,
look
sir,
at this.
can you
It's
go back
here.
to the code? Okay.
Can you see
Okay.
the code?
Yes, sir.
Oh, is it clear now?
Very clear, very clear, very
All
clear,
right.
very
Thank
clear.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is raising hand again? Let me see. Frank, go ahead
Yes,
and
sir.
ask your question.
Okay. Now you mentioned that we can use width
Frank, I can't hear
to.
you. Please.
Okay. I said you mentioned that we can actually use width to adjust your image.
Yes. To adjust what?
Okay.
Your table or image?
Your image.
Image, yes.
Your image. Now, sometimes when I use width to adjust my image, some of the image lose their text. Or how would I put it? It looks dull. It's as if the image is now stretched when you add width to it, or when you try to reduce it, the image kind of compressed. You will not get the original quality of the image that you
Now, let me
you
get you, Frank.
you
What you are
originally.
trying to say is if you apply width to the image,
Yes,
do you
to
lose,
make it bigger.
does it pixelate or you lose the
Yeah,
shape? Which one?
you lose the original picture, the original texture of the picture when you are looking at it, compared to what you add, as you added it, compared to what the original size, you lose the original look of the image. It lose some beauty. It look blurred when you add when you wanted to enlarge your image with width.
Okay, let me answer that
If you,
question. What you are saying is immediately you apply width to an image, then the image
yeah,
pixelates if it is small,
yes,
right?
yes,
It looks
yes.
blur.
It looks blurred if it is too big, kind of.
Okay.
It
Now let
looks
me answer
stretched.
that question. Now this is what happened. If you are applying image, you are applying width rather to an image. If something is big before and you make it small, definitely it will become small and the quality will drop a bit. It will drop a bit in the sense that by the time you zoom to see it, but if you don't zoom to see it, it will retain the quality. But if you now begin to zoom a picture that has been reduced in size, definitely you cannot get the same quality. I want you to understand this. A picture that's actually maybe is in 900px before, you now turn the picture to become 100px by width. The picture will retain the same size of the image, but and it will still look okay in that small size. But by the time you begin to zoom the picture that you want to see the picture, definitely it will pixelate because you are zooming 100px of a picture that you have actually sized to 100. You are now zooming again, you are now increasing the size by zoom, then it will pixelate. It applies to even graphics and so on.
Okay.
Do you understand the logic now?
Yes, I understand. I understand.
So that is what happened. So, but we advise if you are working on a website, don't put images that is of too of a big size. Don't make sure the image is not too heavy. Let me use that word. Your image should not be too heavy. If you have image that is too heavy on a site, it will drag the website. It will make the website to load slow. Make sure your image is
Okay.
of low kilobyte, low size. Not you are trying to work with a website and one image is already of maybe 40 megabytes, 50 megabytes. That website will be very slow to open.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
these are
Well,
the
what if
these
it
are
is
the things you guys
compressed?
need to understand. If you are putting images, make sure the image size is not heavy. The image is not
So
too heavy.
what if the image is compressed? As in
If
to
it is
reduce
compressed,
the
it is fine,
megabyte,
but
yes.
always check the size of the image even though it is compressed.
Okay.
Do you
So
get?
many questions.
Always
Yes, sir.
check the size. Don't just put any image on your website. It will make your website to drag. We call it lagging. It will drag. It will drag before it opens. And you will now be wondering, why is the website taking time to open? It's because of the pictures.
Mhm.
But if the pictures are of small sizes, it will open very fast.
All right, sir.
All right there. Hope I've answered your
Okay.
question.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who again? If you have question, please go ahead and ask your question. No question. Okay. I think Amaka is here. Amaka, please unmute yourself. Amaka, I think you are the only female here now today. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Amaka, unmute yourself. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Amaka, do you understand the table that we actually worked with today? The table that we talk about?
Yes, sir.
You understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it only text that can be put in a table? Can we put a picture inside a table? Is it possible to put picture inside a table?
Yes, sir.
It's possible, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. You can also use the picture as a link.
Oh, you can even use a picture as a link. God bless you. That means you are actually following the class. Thank you. Now, assignment to you all. Now, let me give you assignment to work on. Assignment. Get your notes and your pen. The assignment is this. I will type here on the screen for you to be able to write down. My assignment goes thus. Oyinlola, hope you are still around.
I'm still around.
Okay. Sorry for the time. I promise to
No
always keep to
problem.
time, but because of what happened today, so
I
I
understand.
have
Yeah,
to
I
add extra
understand.
time because
Yeah, I
I don't
understand.
love cheating, and whatsoever
No
I cannot
problem. I
take,
understand.
I don't like someone to actually I can't do it. Let me put it that way. Now let's continue. Now the assignment is this: create uh create a heading, create heading heading create heading titled student registration or student scores. Student scores. That's the name of the table. That's the name of the heading. Student scores. That's number one. Then number two. Then create a table. Create a table. You're going to create a table. A table of 5 columns and 4 rows. Inside the table, populate the table with information. Populate the table with informations related to student scores. Related to student data. Let me put that way. Then the next one now is this. Inside one of the cells,
That's that's number 3, right?
number 4. The first one is create heading titled
Yes.
student scores. The second
Okay.
one is create a table of 5
Of
columns
five
and 4
columns
rows.
and 3 rows. I mean 4 rows. Uh-huh.
Yes. The third one, populate the table with informations
Okay.
related to
Okay.
student data.
Student data. Okay.
Now, the next one, which is number 4, inside one of the
Mm-hmm.
cell, add a photo that is clickable. Then, number 5, select at random 3 cells and link the text. Link the text to another web page. I believe this is clear, right?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Don't forget that that table should have heading before creating the table. And the heading should be bold. Student scores before creating the table. That's what I mean by heading titled student scores. So it should be at the top of that table, student scores, then the table follows. And the photo that you are going to add should be clickable, but it should not take us to another page. Clickable but not taking us to another page. Then the text which you are going to actually select at random should be from 3 different cells. 3 different cells, and make sure it takes us to another web page. Any question to this? Any question to this? No question. So that shows that it is clear, right? Okay, Timilayi, you have a
Sorry,
question.
sir. Yes, sorry, sir. If in the process of what we are doing it, if we are confused, can we reach out to you
Can you
for
do
any
what?
help? Can we reach out to you for any help?
Based on the assignment,
Yes, sir. If we are confused or
if you are confused, feel free to contact me, no problem.
all right, sir.
If you are stuck, just contact me. No problem about that. If you are
All right,
stuck.
sir. All
Okay,
right.
any question again? No question. Don't forget that you are going to submit this tomorrow. Frank, you have a question. Okay, go ahead.
The 3 pages, sir. The 3 pages. That's the random 3 cells that we are linking.
Yes.
Is it going to be 3 different pages, or we can use one page for the 3 cells?
3 different pages.
Okay, so it's
Three
going to
different
link
web
to three
pages.
different
Yes.
pages. Okay, sir.
All right.
That's all. Good.
Okay.
All right, sir.
So I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Then we'll continue from where we stop. We are going to start CSS tomorrow. We are starting CSS tomorrow. So please,
Good.
what do you say?
I think that's good.
Okay, we are starting CSS tomorrow. So we are going to actually, I will check this assignment tomorrow before we commence. Don't make sure you don't miss tomorrow's class. We are starting CSS tomorrow, and if you have questions regarding this, please go ahead, bring the question to the class. We'll tackle the question before we start CSS. So we are starting CSS tomorrow, and if you have questions, don't forget to direct the message to me on that same number WhatsApp. I will respond to you. It's always on for 24 hours. Even though I don't respond immediately, but I will make sure I respond. And in case I don't respond, please send hi message to me again to remind me, because I have a lot of messages which I have to reply to. So I may think I have responded to you. That's one thing about me. I may think I have answered you, not knowing that I have not answered you. I may even read it. I will not reply, because I may be reading it while someone else called me. I'll just leave the phone, go out to attend to someone. By the time I come back, I would have I won't remember that I was working on the phone before or checking the phone. Please pardon me for this. It is not that I have I will have pride though. It's not about pride, but I have a lot of things which I do. So if I read your message and I didn't get back to you, just send hi message to me again to remind me of the message. I will surely respond back to you. Please, and God bless. And in the JavaScript course, if you are yet to register for the JavaScript, please do that on time. It's an opportunity for you. That same course is going for 80,000. We have people doing it online, JavaScript only. Online class is 80K, and you have it for 10,000 naira at your fingertip. Please apply for it. Thank you and God bless. I still remain Johnson Akins. I will quickly switch to the other class. At least let's do something on the other class, so that it will not look as if I did not even attend to their class today. And I remain Johnson Akins. See you at the other class. Thank you and God bless. Bye for now. Pack, yes. I'm not sure. I still have a class, but I will not stay long. No, I can't stay 30 minutes. 15 minutes, I will get off.